Undrafted WNBA player benefits from big career decision announced by Caitlin Clark's teammate. Unimaginable potential. The kind that doesn't just touch the ceiling, it shatters it. That's probably the best way to describe Aaliyah Boston. And no, we're not just talking hoops here. An academic weapon, as she proudly calls herself. Boston isn't only a force in the paint, but also in the classroom. A three-time academic All-American with a degree in information and communications. From day one, she knew she loved basketball, but she also knew that her story wouldn't be confined to the court. So, I did mass comm as a whole, which I actually really enjoyed because I got to do a little bit of everything. AB shared. She finally made her broadcast debut as a studio analyst for Peacock's Big Ten Women's college basketball coverage during the 2023-24 season. And now, Front Office Sports confirms Boston is finalizing a deal to return to Peacock and NBC as both a studio and game analyst for Big Ten Women's hoops. This comes after she actually worked as an analyst right after a rookie WNBA season too, even interviewing her future teammate Caitlin Clark back when Clark was still lighting it up at Iowa. Whether she'll also cover men's college basketball this time isn't confirmed yet, but either way, that's a massive move. And while it's a huge for Boston herself, it also opens the door for others like her. Kelly might have been waived and hasn't officially made her pro debut yet, but she still turned heads with a solid preseason run after getting picked up briefly by the Las Vegas Aces. Beyond the court, though, she's already carving her own name in broadcasting. Remember back in March when she dropped 10 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds in a UNC win before making her Big Ten sideline debut? Yes, she's been working double time. Recently, Kelly joined Baker Machado and Renee Washington on Front Office Sports Today. And when Machado brought up how Boston's juggling both careers, her face lit up. That's the kind of footsteps that I want to follow. You know, doing both. She said, because why not? She talked about how it gives her a chance to be versatile, to explore different sides of herself. That's what I've always tried to aim to do, she added. The 24-year-old also understands its importance from a career standpoint. In her own words, the ball won't bounce forever. So, it's smart to build an all-around resume while she can. Kind of exactly what South Carolina alumna believes too, as she plans to dive full-time into sports broadcasting once her playing days are done. We know for a fact that with the kind of drive Kelly has, it's only a matter of time before she's in the league herself. So, seeing a fellow young star like Boston already taking that route naturally gives Kelly even more hope and maybe a little extra motivation. But the Oregon Star and Fever forward aren't the only ones walking this dual path. Fox's Greg Olson, ESPN's Chiny Ogwumike, and TNT Sports' Draymond Green have all balanced broadcasting gigs while playing professionally. Then we have seen glimpses of Chelsea Gray and Boston's own teammate Sophie Cunningham too, analyst for the Suns, while she was in Phoenix. Even her Fever coach Stephanie White, a former player herself, calls college and NBA games for ESPN in the offseason. Then, of course, there's Rebecca Lobo, one of the best to ever transition from court to commentary. And it's always been fun watching players break down the game they've lived, as you can just feel the authenticity. We can't wait for more young guns to join the list. For now, Boston's hyped about her next broadcast stint, while Kelly's got her own projects brewing. Looks like the offseason's about to be pretty packed for both of them. The undrafted dreamer and the game-changing choice. In a city where dreams are measured in hardwood lines and buzzer beaters, she sits quietly, phone in hand, replaying the message. Her name is Simone Sim Grant, not yet known to the WNBA, but she's been chasing that dream ever since she first touched a basketball. Just days ago, the WNBA draft came and went. Sim's name was never called. She's undrafted. Most nights, she lies awake imagining what comes next. Overseas contracts, summer leagues, training camps, and long flights across oceans. The path is grueling. Only a few undrafted players ever make a WNBA roster, and many give up along the way. But this time, something feels different. Because today, in a move that surprised even the most plugged-in basketball insiders, Caitlin Clark's teammate, a star guard who has been quietly plotting her own future, made a bold decision that cracks open a door. And that door swings toward Sim. The big decision. Let's call the star guard Jade Rivers, fictional composite, inspired by real dynamics. Jade has played 2 seasons alongside Caitlin Clark. She's not the face of the franchise, but she's well respected, a solid 3-and-D wing, with championship aspirations and a savvy sense of her value. This morning, Jade announced she's leaving the Indiana Fever to join a new 3-on-3 professional league that's launching in the U.S., a league that promises more autonomy, more creative playing environments, and significant off-court commercial upside. Surprisingly, she says she'll keep a partnership role with the Fever, meaning she'll still undergird the organization's brand and might return a 5-on-5 under certain circumstances. The decision is audacious, but it shifts the power grid. It tells everyone the WNBA is not the only avenue. That much more than a season in the WNBA, career choices, branding, and legacy are up for grabs. For Sim Grant, this move changes everything. The ripple effects. 1. Roster space and salary cap impact. Jade's departure opens up a roster spot, or perhaps a 2-way hardship slot, for a guard who can stretch the floor. The Fever front office, having lost a rotational player, now must explore and invite new talent. Sim's agent, who until now had barely cracked ice with camp offers, suddenly gets a call. The window to claim her chance has widened. Moreover, salary cap relief or contract restructuring might free resources. That means the team might be more willing to take a flyer on a player like Sim, offering even a minimum contract or training camp contract she couldn't have secured before. 2. Shifting the narrative on Undrafted. Jade's move is covered widely in sports media. Her tweet goes viral. Analysts debate the future of third league formats, and she becomes a case study for players taking control. That narrative trickles down. Suddenly, undrafted players are spotlighted as potential assets who can help teams survive roster turnover. Media begins running features. Who's the next Sim Grant? Agency value in developmental prospects. The mere fact that a star is rerouting her own career path reshuffles how teams judge risk and potential. 3. Marketing ecosystem opens.